Good afternoon. My name is Adi. About 5 years ago, I used to work for Google in the Google Assistant team. 5 years passed, and we are still approximately at the same position. If you talk about assistants today, 5 years ago, you can use them for commands, like show me the weather, what is the time, and today you can do something like form filling. You can say, set an alarm, what time? 7. I left Google to build an assistant that really worked. And this is why we founded Twiggle. We founded Twiggle in order to build a technology that understands humans and help them get the products that they need or want. This is whether they search over the desktop, the laptop, mobile, whether they use text or whether they use voice. This technology is also an enabler for conversation. So we are talking about you in the future, so you will be able to order your grocery, book a room in a hotel, and also consult with your personal assistant about what laptop you should buy. Today, we apply our technology to enable better search in e-commerce sites. We work with the biggest retailers in the world, and we obtain phenomenal results. Nowadays, a lot of people in the community talk about personal assistants, about people that talk with machines, as if the technology is just around the corner. In fact, we are very far from this place. We are stuck in the first sentence, and let me give you some examples. So if you go to, say, Amazon, Google Shopping, Walmart, or any other site and type this kind of query, smartphone is best battery, then what you get is smartphone accessories, some irrelevant smartphone, where what you actually want is to get a smartphone with best battery. The same if you do a quick dishwasher. Then what you see is generally accessories of dishwashers and some irrelevant dishwashers. When you want a quiet dishwasher with a feedback why each one of these dishwashers is quiet. This holds also for electronics, but not only for home, groceries, and whatever you like. Why is that? The reason is that the current search engine uses keyword matching in order to find the relevant results. They add some user behavioral data in order to boost them, but actually they don't really understand. Our system understands, and in order to understand, you need knowledge. We are not the first to use knowledge in search. Google was moving from the paradigm of query web page to the paradigm of problem solving. So instead of typing a query, getting some web pages and look for the answer, you get the answer on the spot. You ask what is the weather in Tel Aviv, how much is $1 in shekels, and who is the wife of the president of Israel. How do we do what we do? So we basically take the entire knowledge that exists on e-commerce, and we find a way to formalize this knowledge, to represent it. We generate this knowledge, and we call this process knowledge production. We then use this knowledge in order to create a system that understands language. This system translates text into meaning. Here you can have a look at the knowledge that we created. Actually, this is a very, very small fraction of the knowledge. What you see in rectangles are concepts, like smartphone or dishwasher or battery of a smartphone. The lines that you see that connect these rectangles are some relationship between them. For example, the battery is a component of the smartphone. If you zoom in, you can see how a concept looks like. This is a flower concept. You have the color, the size, the usability, etc. If you want to look at the entire knowledge that we created, it looks like this. What you see is the most accurate and detailed universal knowledge model that exists for e-commerce. So what we are doing is knowledge-based search. there is a point to make here. We are not talking about factual knowledge, which is like what is the weather, or who is the wife of the president of Israel. We are talking about knowledge at the conceptual level. Such a system can understand that when a user asks for a smartphone with best battery, the main topic he's talking about is a smartphone, not a battery. The battery is a component of the smartphone. The word best refers to the battery, not to the smartphone, and best battery actually means that the phone itself should last as much as possible as opposed to other phones on the market. So the factual knowledge search system, our first generation knowledge-based system, and what we do is a second generation knowledge-based system. We have knowledge in the center, in the heart of what we do. Therefore, we do something which is really might sound weird, which is measuring knowledge. By measuring knowledge, we mean that we quantify how much knowledge exists in each one of the domains. So here's a list of the domains in retail, fashion, electronics, home. You can see the breakdown of the traffic in the internet. Fashion is 20%, electronics 25%, etc. And we basically try to measure how much knowledge exists in each one of these. So we do it by, roughly speaking, taking all the concepts, entities, lexicon, etc. that exist in a domain, and then we count how many of these exist. We defined something which is called a knowledge unit to measure knowledge. And we use the fashion domain as a reference point. So we said the knowledge in fashion is 1, and then we calculate how much knowledge there exists in electronics, home, etc. So in this diagram, you can see that electronics has 7 knowledge units, home has 11, etc. When we say that electronics has 7 knowledge units, what we actually mean is that in order to produce a high-quality understanding system for electronics, you need 7 times the number of concepts, relationship, entities, etc., than a high-quality understanding system of fashion. So we basically, since we put this knowledge unit formulation, it makes our business look differently. We use these knowledge units in order to direct business decisions. For example, we can calculate how much money it will cost to cover entire e-commerce. And then we can decide how much money we need to raise. Also, if you look at these 2 examples, 2 pies, then you can see that fashion is the most economical domain. Why is that? Because it covers 20% of the traffic, but it's only a single knowledge unit. So the first thing we did is focus on fashion customers. Now, this ability to translate knowledge production into dollars also gave us the understanding that what we should do is to decrease this cost. We decreased the cost of knowledge production by a factor of 4 during the last year. We are going to decrease it by another factor in the next year and another factor in the year afterwards. This is extremely, extremely important in order to produce knowledge at scale and in order to produce high-quality, real-working, intelligent assistants. Let's summarize. We founded the company in order to build the best technology that will enable computers understand people and help people find the product that they need or want. We do this by producing conceptual knowledge. We are building second-generation knowledge-based search. We produce knowledge at scale. We are a knowledge factory. And this is essential for building high-quality intelligence assistants. We work with the biggest retailer in the world, and we have phenomenal results. Thank you very much.